Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. I'm so excited to be able to share the league finals of 2023. This is the grand finals. Nevan has made it through the winner's bracket. Shiggy is playing from the loser's bracket. So Shiggy is looking to win. They basically have two best of threes, I believe. I'm going to double check the rules, though. Please comment if you know. I'm going to check after this, anyhow. So I told them not to share their passwords with me. I don't want to know who wins. I don't want to know anything. So we're going to act like we're sitting at the table. We don't see their cards. We're all watching along. Good luck to both. This game is already over, but I don't know who won. So what they did is they agreed to just roll for high. Whoever rolls higher gets a shadow. And they gave the fellowship 2 tokens. Frodo's good. Here we go. Shiggy allocates 1 eye, rolls no more, only gets 1 muster. Alright, and Nevan looks like he rolled character Will the West 2 musters. Let's see what he does here. Probably move the fellowship twice, and there's only 1 eye in the pool, but we'll see. Shiggy starts by moving Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. Makes sense. We don't even know the cards they have, so this is exciting. He passes. It looks like he's not masking that he's just maneuvering these guys with characters. Interesting. So he's going from Gorgoroth to Morannon. Move the fellowship on 1 eye. Misses. Lucky that this is the first roll of the game because it was a 6 earlier when they were rolling who goes first. He musters Isengard to Wart. That means that he does not have to worry about, he meaning Nevan, doesn't have to worry about that troop going to Old Forest Road because they cannot go in there. He moves the elves down the political track. He moves his armies, Isengard to Moria and Morannon up to North. I get the wrong name. Daggerlad. Okay. Probably move the fellowship again. He does. His time he's hit. It's an eye. It's brutal, but at least he has 2 movement. He chooses to lose Gandalf to that, to a 1. I'm surprised. So Gandalf is gone. Shiggy moves up and towards. So he's being very. Let's see, guys go and do and Lorien right now. Nevan moves the elves down using his token. Then he just continues to move up towards the dew line. And he flips the fellowship with his last action. It's turn 1. Exciting stuff. No cards have been played yet, so I don't know what they have. Sauron is not at war. The elves are about to be, potentially. Gandalf is gone. Frodo's good. He allocates 1 eye, rolls 2 musters. Rolls 1 muster as 2. Sorry, rolls 1 additional eye as 2 musters. Hybrid, 2 hybrids and a character, so we can get some things going. Who's the fellowship right away? Oh, he's hit twice. That's a 1 reveal. Not looking good. It's a 0 reveal. Not awful. Sauron's to war. Nevan passes. He's going up towards Northern Ravanian and towards Emerald Dale. But at least he can use that muster action to bring at least 1 elven unit in. He plays a power 2 great. Perfect timing. I didn't even know he had that card. It's one of the great things if it's not knowing. So it brings the elves to war. And that also, that's great for him. So he activates the north by moving the Northern Ravanian force to Old Forest Road. And now he moves an Elven Elite to Woodland Realm. Puts Woodland Realm under siege. And then Nevan flips to Fellowship in Moria. And that's Saruman comes in. So if he rolls Will of the West this turn coming up, he could get canned off the white. Everyone's to war, and we're at turn 3. Frodo's good. He allocates 1 eye, rolls no more. And Nevan's rolls are not what you want to see for this situation. He moves a fellowship. Is missed twice. Looks like he's attacking Woodland Realm. Let's see what happens for cards. Curious. Strategy card is showing. Nevan doesn't play any cards. It's a Deadly Strife. It gets 3. And he gets 3 back. He presses. Let's see what happens here. No cards do a Daylight. the daylight helps, it saves him. And they both do one to each other, but he can't press anymore. Um, let's see if he has Strangel's archers. Alright, he is using a ring to move the Fellowship again. It's missed. I always find it interesting. It's like, when do you decide as a free player that you're going to move the Fellowship? Alright, let's see what Shiggy does. Attacks one in the realm again, no card. He gets his hit. Nevan hits back. But that force is really tiny now. And the Fellowship's making pretty good progress. Looks like Nevan passes. And Saruman's coming to Orthanc. Nevan passes. Faltering the deepest blade. It's an eye. Good news for Nevan there. Passes again. Now he's moving far Harad to near Harad. And now he's moving towards Lorien. But he doesn't have to worry about it yet because Power 2 Great's still on the table. He has to discard it still. Looks like he decides to bring Gondor down one. Power 2 Great's gone. And now you're going to bring that Elite in. That makes perfect sense. Let's see what that force pool is. He's still got the 2 for Kieran ships if he needs it. It's always important to keep. So it was interesting just to look to see what's going on. Alright, let's go back to normal here. Alright, Shiggy attacks Lorien under siege. We go into turn number 4. Let's see if he can get a Will of the West. He's probably going to declare into Path Celebrant. Yep. Allocates an eye. Rolls 3 more. Oh, this is brutal. No Will of the West. Moves the Fellowship. He's hit twice. Draws a 2. Draws Mary. Not awful. He puts him to Fords of Eisen. Not a bad choice. Maybe he'll try moving the Fellowship again. I don't know on 4 eyes if I would move twice. He changes his mind. Instead of putting him in Fords of Eisen, puts him in Westamnet. There's a new power is rising. Perfect time for him to attack, given that he can't do anything really to counter. Alright, and now we've got the Southrons and Easterlings in Umbar. Don't forget he also has a ring, so he could theoretically bring the Southrons and Easterlings down all the way to war. We don't know. And moves these 3 guys down to Gap of Rohan. Gondor is at war. He decides to use the regular voice ability to make them larger in Orthanc. Spirit of Mordor is going to play on Lorien here. No hits. That was brutal. He must have his scouts. Oh, shield wall. Doesn't help. And no hits back. That's brutal. Brutal for big swing of events there for Nevan. Because he uses 1 scouts. He decides to muster an elite in Dol Imroth. Helm's Deep goes under siege. Yeah, Rohan is basically done here. But Rohan is not at war yet. Alright, turn 5. No Wills of the West since turn 1. Alright, and we're in Western Brownlands. Frodo's good. Allocates 1 eye. Rolls 1,000,000 more. Still no Will of the West. Moves the Fellowship. It is safe, amazingly. Nazgul Search is played to move all the Nazgul around, and also to reveal the Fellowship. They reveal to Western Emyn Muil. Looks like he's able to get a ton into Helm's Deep. I don't know if that's needed, but I mean, it gets the job done. He's going to be able to do stuff. What's the Fellowship? He's not going to make it to Mordor this turn. Let's see, he moves the 3 guys to Orthanc to protect against Ents. But Ents is not going to happen with Gandalf still smoking weed. Alright, so in the afterlife. Shiggy moves Rohan down by taking... I can't even read what this is. Westamnet. I don't know if it's worth mustering up at this point in Edoras, but he does anyway. Maybe to make that battle do something. And now he takes over the rest of Westamnet. And that way he can attack Edoras. So he can't counter. Then moves the Fellowship. He's hit with 1. And draws a 1. He just takes the corruption. And now he attacks Edoras. He can't escape. He plays Ent's Rage. So that adds 2 to his combat roll. Shiggy gets 3 hits. Nevan gets 3 hits back. Ents Rage helped. But that's a lot of damage. Shiggy apologizes for rolling 3. Why? Alright, they're having a conversation. Oppressing, no card. He gets his 2 hits. Nevan doesn't hit back. But he did do some damage to that army. Alright, going to turn 6. Will Nevan roll a Will of the West? We don't know what the cards are. It's okay. He's 2 away from Mordor. He hits 1 eye, rolls no more. No Wills of the West. Moves the Fellowship on 1 eye, missed. Something Easterlings down the track. Move safe. So at this point, you got to wonder: does he have Cruel Weather? He could play it with that ring. So that ring, yeah, I would probably move the Fellowship 1 more time to be safe. Sometimes Easterlings fully to war. Probably looking at a Corsairs of Umbar coming up. And he moves a regular into Dol Amroth and into Minas Tirith. Now is where you'd want to play Cruel Weather, possibly, or a reveal card. Well, reveal wouldn't help. We'll see what happens. I think he's going to use his other token here. So Shiggy decides to use an army action to move into Druidane Forest and from Minas Morgul to South Ithilien. So he's going after Gondor. And he doesn't have Corsairs, so now he's just condensing. So he's going to get his points here, 1, 2. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here he's counting on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my guess is where he's going for his 10. I'll also go 10 in here if he wants. Passes. He's going for Pilar here, no card. He does not hit. Nevan hits. He wrote safe, which is hilarious. He presses, and he runs back. Nevan passes. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. He was more going to South Ithilien. Maybe he's worried about a military victory. He attacks Lambden instead. No card. I'm confused by this. What just happened? I'm not going to undo. Minas Morgul to South Ithilien. We'll see if that impacts anything. I have to rewatch that later. I'll rewatch it when I'm watching it again. He scouts away to Eric, which is interesting. Passes. Dol Amroth under siege. Pass again. Moves the 1 guy to Losternock to take it over. And he moves these guys to North Ithilien. Okay. And Nevan draws a card to see if he has Cruel Weather. He does. That's where the tokens do help. He brings in Random's Boromir. So the Fellowship is not doing badly in terms of movement. It's actually pretty well. The only thing that's bad is he does not have Gandalf in. So we're in Mordor, turn 7. No Will of the West since turn 1. Allocates 1 eye, rolls 2 more. And there's the Will of the West. And I think he's giving up on Gandalf. He moves, draws an eye, takes all the corruption. And Shiggy brings the mouth in. Nevan flips the Fellowship. Anand One goes in the pool. Hunpool looks decent, but he still has a ring left here. Moves the Fellowship again, draws a 2 reveal. Random, there's Strider. At the end of the world. Attacks his Gilly from the Witch King. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for him to win military for a little bit. Nevan does no cards. Swarm of Bats it anyway. And the Swarm of Bats allows the 2 hits to happen. Because no card was played. I don't know why he's saying 1. Yeah, it should have been 2 hits there. And he does take the 2. Okay, he draws a strategy card. That's the Fellowship. That's the end of his actions. So now we're going to watch the Shadow go for a while. Let's see, North Athelion to Gileath, and the guy from South Wind are moving over. But play a Shadows Gather soon. Brings him out to Minas Morgul. Flips him, sorry, to Minas Tirith. And now we're using a ring to attack Minas Tirith. Playing a character card. Dread and Despair. Candle of Corpse. Surprised he didn't display it for Corruption. Because that's such a deadly card right now. It's because the Fellowship's Corruption is pretty high. Alright. He rolls 1. And Nevan rolls 2 hits back. He gets max hits. Shiggy's pressing. Looks like a strategy versus character card. Heroic Death to Deadly Strife. 3. That's 5. So that does save it. And Nevan gets 3 back. So he's able to survive the round there in Minas Tirith. So no Gandalf. And no Strider for the Fellowship. So he's got to move 3 times to dunk. We'll see what happens. Frodo's good. Allocates an eye. Rolls 2 more. And right away, maybe he's playing Círdan's Ships because I'm seeing a muster immediately. Guards of the Citadel. That's timely. Ring His Mind goes on the pool. That could be bad. He might draw it. Gets a 1 reveal. Take random's Legolas. So he's not going to be able to dunk this turn. But will Shiggy be able to win here? Hill Trolls is played in Minas Tirith. I don't think he has enough dice to win here. Because it's 1 on Minas Tirith. That would get him to 6. 1 here. That'll get him to 8. 1 here will get him to 10. There's a chance. There's a chance he might win here. He flips to Fellowship right away. Minas Tirith, there's attack, no card. Roland's Assault happens. Sacks 2 and gets all the hits. And never gets 1 back. So he's at 6 now. There's a chance he could win here. He moves the Fellowship and draws the Ring His Mind for a 4 reveal. Gollum is the guide. Let's see what happens now. He has got no rings left. It's going to be very difficult for Nevan. Shiggy moves out the mouth of Sauron, Minas Morgul to Minas Tirith. And moves the Witch King and everyone to Dol Amroth. Attacks DA. Valor versus Mumakil. Shiggy gets 3 hits. Nevan gets 2, so that's devastating. Press. Draws a strategy card. Shiggy plays his card here. Onslaught. And he gets his hits. These hits seem very... I'm going to look at the stats of this game. It's pretty even. Actually, it's not even because Nevan's not hitting that much. 1 hit back. Now we're at 8. Decking Helm's Deep. Great Host. That's it. That's the game. Wow. That was an insane game. Thank you guys for sharing this one. This will bring it to game 2. If Nevan loses the next one, then they do a bracket reset. So, well played. Very well played. Thanks for sharing this game, guys. Let's look at the stats so you can see what I see. The crazy thing there was no Gandalf. No Wills of the West. So this was our stats. Yeah, no, like -3 on Wills 2 the entire game, but he was plus on characters. So that was the game. Thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing the second game. Congratulations to Shiggy on this one, and thank you guys for watching this championship playoff of the league of 2023. See you in the next one. See you soon, guys. Bye.